What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I want to talk about Episode 5 of the Ahsoka series. That's right, I asked you, the community, what you thought was coming in Episode 5, and as always, you came up with some fantastic predictions. So let's dive right in and head on over to the community tab where Mark450 states, I think we will finally see Thrawn and Kanan in Episode 5. And Mark, I think you could be right if the rumors are true and we're getting mostly Ahsoka and Anakin in this episode. It would make a lot of sense that after an episode like that maybe Dave Filoni reveals Thrawn at the very end, bringing in that other story thread. But as far as Kanan goes, I don't think we're going to see him at all. I mean, we're 4 episodes in and no one's even mentioned Kanan Jarrus. I think we have a much better chance of seeing Zeb Aurelius or even Captain Rex. Thanks for your speculation, Mark. Let's head back to the community tab where we have commenter JetBlast190. He states, I think we'll get a large story of Anakin and Ahsoka. Master and apprentice relationships is what Dave stated this series is all about. I think this episode will explore both the light and the darkness in their relationship. And that makes a lot of sense, JetBlast190. Thank you for your speculation. I think in episode 4, Ahsoka was working from a position of fear, and I think Anakin's gonna help her get through that, or maybe it's not actually Anakin and it's just a Force vision that is going to help her get through this, and hopefully that Force vision is going to help her get through her fear and really get back to that hopeful character that we know from the Clone Wars. And again, whether it's Anakin or just a Force vision, I think you're on the right track. Dave Filoni is going to explore the light and the darkness in their relationship, and that's how Ahsoka is going to find more balance within herself. So thanks for that, JetBlast190. Let's head on back to the community tab. They state the staff leads the way to Peridia like the orb did. She will be Ahsoka the White once she leaves the world between worlds after Anakin teaches her a lesson. And yes, Winding Road, I think you're on the right track there. In my latest video, I talked about how I believe once Ahsoka leaves the world between worlds, she is going to be Ahsoka the White, and that in some way she's going to end up with the staff that we see in the Star Wars Rebels epilogue at the end of Star Wars Rebels. That staff will actually help her navigate to find Ezra Bridger in the unknown regions, or what we now know to be the far-off galaxy of Peridia. So thanks for the comment, Elvin Winding Road. Let's move on now to a channel comment from I Am a Cabbage, and he states in the comments, I believe we will see Ahsoka return from the world between worlds. I don't think they'll want to lean on the possibility of fast travel and have her exit into the other galaxy. So I imagine she'll meet up with Hera and they'll start planning. And yeah, absolutely, I don't think there's any chance that we see Ahsoka traveling through the world between worlds to a different galaxy. I think that would be just too confusing for the mainstream audience. And really, I think the only time that we saw fast travel like that using the world between worlds or even just the Force was when the Lothwolves seemed to travel a great distance on Lothal using the world between worlds, way back in Star Wars Rebels Season 4. What we might see before she leaves the world between worlds, though, is Ahsoka's ability to reach out to Ezra Bridger. I mean, this is something that happened in the world between worlds in Star Wars Rebels. Yoda, for example, was able to reach out and talk to Ezra Bridger from Dagobah. So it's just pure speculation, but it certainly would be interesting if Ahsoka was able to reach out to Ezra and find out exactly where he is. And then once she returns to the Star Wars galaxy from the world between worlds, she'd be able to use her new staff to navigate to Peridia, find Ezra, and bring him home to fight the new threat of Thrawn in the Imperial Remnant. But thanks for that comment, I Am a Cabbage. Let's head back now to the community tab, where we have Daniel Wozniak 6929. They state, I expect to see a big twist, like some people predict Son of Mortis or Daughter's Owl again, and some sneak peek to the past and future. And yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Daniel. I do not think that Anakin is actually the brother, but I don't think that's very likely. But I tell you one thing, I was very surprised that Morai didn't show up when Ahsoka made that transition into the world between worlds. I think it would have made a lot of sense that when Baylan hits Ahsoka off the edge and she presumably falls to her doom, as Ahsoka fell, that you saw the Convri Morai either swooping down to get Ahsoka or just flying above. And either way, I certainly hope that we get to see Morai in the next episode, maybe helping Ahsoka navigate out of the world between worlds. But hey, thanks for that comment, Daniel, and thanks to everybody who left a comment on the community tab. This series is definitely heating up. Let me know what you think is coming in the comments below, and as always, I'm Mike, and remember, the Force will be with you always.